Okay, hello everybody. So first off, I want to say a big, huge thank you for freaking 10,000 followers on Twitter. That is completely insane. So I posted a little while ago on Twitter, kind of like a Q&A, ask me anything. I wanted to see what you guys wanted to know, and I was gonna kind of go through some of these. I got my cell phone up and just kind of roll through, try and find some things to answer, just kind of roll through just like that. Alright, so first off, from Tibia Chocolate asks, how did you join the furry fandom? So it's kind of an interesting thing. Like the way that I actually found furry was honestly probably the same way a lot of you did. Just through YouTube, that kind of stuff. I saw one video. Um, I'm not sure. Like, I never get the title right, but that one beta did. It was like the 7 levels of being a furry. And I clicked that, and as soon as I clicked that, the YouTube algorithm just kind of took over from that point. So automatically, like, my whole feed was just filled up with furry video after furry video. I kind of went through, started watching stuff, and the way I actually joined the fandom was there's a local around here named Caffeine Fox, and I did not know he was a local at the time, but he posted about like having like a Telegram chat or something, and I joined that chat, found out there were some locals kind of in the area, and that's kind of how I started meeting people and got a little more involved from there. And I guess that's technically how I joined the furry fandom, and now why I'm a big fox person. But be that as it may, oh, this is interesting. Kathy Fox asks, "What made you want to do art for free? I know there's a ton of people who pay good money for the art you do. I know most artists would take that in a heartbeat. Congrats on the 10K, by the way." Thank you, Kathy. Or Vic. Thank you, Kathy. So originally, whenever I started doing like the free art, I was doing free art requests on Twitter, and I think I had like 100 followers at the time. But I really wanted to get into art, and originally I thought like, oh, if I just do some free art pieces here and there, like it will help me get better, and eventually I could start doing commissions and that kind of stuff. But like once I started doing like the free art pieces, like I started coming across all these really neat people, and like I made these connections just like doing a free art piece, because I don't know, it just feels really nice to just give somebody something. And like more and more as it's gone on, my focus has still been like getting better at art, but like the thing I love the most about doing it is just like meeting new people and making connections. And honestly, like I am so awkward. Like doing a free art piece for someone is like such a better way to be like, oh yeah, here. By the way, what do you do? But it's just a fun thing to do, and I really like it a lot. And I don't think I'll ever do commissions. I go back and forth sometimes, but I'm still art skill wise not at the point that I would like to be. So I feel like I still have to do it for a long time, up until the point where I get like more consistent. Like gosh, like you see like certain artists like Sky, like everything they put out is amazing. Fawn Butt, everything they put out just looks great every single time. And that's just such a level of skill and practice that I'm not even close to. And I would love to be there someday, but until I kind of get to those levels, I do not feel comfortable charging people money. We're gonna go down the list. Sheppy Hash asks, pause or Moz? And I want to say moss, but I've been seeing a lot of like bean art and stuff like that. I'm like, that's just adorable. That's something that I like. So, as of this exact moment, I'm gonna go pause. All right. There. Cypher asks, "What's your favorite alcoholic drink?" So I actually do like a lot of stuff, and honestly, you know, being a fox, I'm pretty basic. So I really like beer, and my favorite stuff is right here. Like I said, basic. Michelob Ultra. All right. That's probably my biggest go-to most of the time, anyway. That Doggo Kasich asks, "Does your family know that you're Fury? That you're furry?" Yes, actually. So, all their accounts are privated, I believe, but so you guys may not see it, but they do follow my Twitter and they do like a lot of my stuff, which is, I am so happy to have supportive family members just like that, but they're all about it, but really makes me want to like tiptoe about what I post just because it's already weird enough. I don't want to like make it any weirder than it needs to be. But I love the fact that they're so supportive and just, there to kind of like be like, hey, yeah, that's cool, whatever you want to do. And if your family members do not know that you're furry, like I promise, it's not so much big of a deal. I mean, like honestly, because this is literally just a hobby. It would be like if you tell your parents, like, yeah, I like anime. They're like, ah, whatever. Okay. Dustylicious asks, "How do you get all your ideas for your comics?" It's something I really struggle with. So, and the big thing with the comics art is just, like, a lot of the comics I do is just things that happen to me. So, I mean, like, if you pull from, like, real life experiences, just, especially with furry, like, furry is just odd. So you're gonna run into weird, awkward situations. And if it's something that makes you uncomfortable, I promise you, somebody else went through the same thing. So a lot of my comics are just like, hey, this weird thing happened, and like, some people seem to think like, yeah, that happened to me too. So just like draw from personal experiences, or just something you deal with, or just something you deal with often, and that kind of stuff really just resonates. I mean, because if you're going through it, somebody else is going through it. I really appreciate all the questions, everybody. I hope this has been illuminating and showed you how bad I am at speaking. If you ever want to ask questions about art or just guitar or anything like that, just hit me up. Alright, thank you so much for watching. Bye.